A Souls-like game with flashy combos? Check. Cool anime aesthetic? Check. Diverse skill tree for a diverse set of playstyles? Check. Hardcore parry heavy gameplay? Check, check, and check. Which I guess could not be a plus for some of you unless you liked Sekiro. But for me, these key features are the reasons why I absolutely loved playing the first Berserker Khazan. This fast-paced Soulslike that was released just last year in 2025 is one of my top games for the most fun and most satisfying combat experience that I've ever played. Not just in any Soulslike, but in any action game. And the fact that it didn't even get nominated for any awards last year got me so disappointed. So I took it upon myself to at least share this game with you, and maybe you'll actually want to play it yourself. Alright, so we are here right now. This is New Game Plus. I've actually finished the game, but I've gotten around to just playing it again, starting a new game, so that I have something to share for this video to revisit what Khazan is like, because I feel like this game is so underrated. So many people in the if you're on subreddit, feel like this game deserves a lot more attention because it really is a fun game. I think the combat is probably the biggest highlight in this game, I would say. So instead of just talking about it, I think, it's just better to show you what the gameplay is like. So right now I've played this. I've started a new game. This is actually New Game Plus. I think I said that already a while ago. And I've played up until the tutorial part, so that we don't waste too much time with just doing a bunch of extra stuff. I just want to get into it so that you guys have a better idea of what the game is actually like. So I'm gonna play this probably until the first main boss, not the sub bosses, because I think we're gonna fight like a couple of sub bosses before the actual main boss of this part of the game. So that's what we're gonna do today. And these monkeys are annoying. Alright. So as you can see, I am using the great sword. I think this is my go-to weapon in any action-based games, especially games with different weapon types or classes. Not just in Souls, like in Monster Hunter, I usually go for the great sword or the hammer. I like my big boy weapons. I think these are the most satisfying ones to use. And as you can see, this weapon, it's a big sword. It's not as big as the great sword in Monster Hunter games, but it's a pretty beefy sword. And you'll already notice something very interesting about this is the fact that it's very flashy. And I'm gonna die. But yeah, it's pretty fast. It's a slow weapon. Still, if you play this, you'll notice that it's not really as fast as it may seem. But it's a pretty fast weapon compared to other action games, like Monster Hunter or any other Souls-like. But that's what is, I think, very appealing to this game, because the combat is very. I think the flow is really nice. That's a nice flow for uh, doing combos. And I think the great sword here, I know this is fast compared to the other games, but it still feels slow. You still feel the weight of the weapon. But that's just something that you'll notice if you play this game. So we're gonna start off with a great sword. I'm gonna show the other weapons as well, so that you have a better idea of what this game is like. I'm not really gonna talk about the backstory of the game. I'm not gonna talk about the story. I think it's more about the gameplay, because I think that's just really the type of person I am. Story, if it's like maybe 3 out of 10 story. If the gameplay or the combat is, I don't know, like 9 out of 10, I won't notice how bad the story is. Yeah, and we have some combos. Each weapon has its own set of combos. But generally you have light and heavy. So that's the heavy attack. You'll notice this is a lot slower than the other attack. So this is the light attack. And you can combo from light to light in this weapon. You can actually also combo from light to heavy. You have overcome the darkness of the past.
So you survived that one. Not that it will make much difference.
Alright. So I would say the voice acting here, I'm not really one to judge voice acting. I don't think I'm a person you should ask about whether a game has good voice acting or not. At least for this one, I think the voice acting is good. I think. No. I'm very easy to impress with other aspects of the game. I'm more particular about the actual gameplay, because I'm really more focused on how satisfying it is to fight in the game. And yeah, as you can see, the game is it's linear. It's not an open world. This is where we came from a while ago. You see at the start of the video, there's like the bonfire. That's the bonfire of the game. So it's you know, it does feel like a Soulslike. It's not open world. It's very linear, and we have lots of moments like this where an area, like you just go, you unlock shortcuts so that it's easier to go back to a specific area if you have to. Things like if you play Lies of P, that is that's how it's structured as well with Lies of P. So if you play that game, you have a good idea of what the world is like or what the level design is like. Although I can't really say much about level design. I know a lot of people say that the level design in this game, they don't feel like it's really that good. But that's comparing it to other Souls-like games that I think it will depend on what type of levels you're into. I'm really just, I want to get into it, so I like games where it's very linear. Just get me to the bosses as fast as you can, and I'll be happy. So yeah, this is the bonfire where we can upgrade our stats, phantom abilities. This is you unlock phantoms like these that level up your that have different effects. So you have different builds in this game, which I will talk about next, but I'll showcase this first. Phantoms. So each one has like a specific buff that it gives you if you equip it. Like stamina recovery for this one, you have buff for health, guard stamina, dodge stamina, range attacks. The one I'm using is just full on straightforward. I just want to do more attacks. I'm not going behind, seeking up behind enemies. I'm just going straight at them. So I just want um as much attack as I can, as much damage as I can. And then you have other stuff like this is meta progression. You can upgrade your character. You see at the bottom, stamina damage increase, damage multiplier increase. I have those almost maxed out already. Yeah, you can teleport to other bonfires. This is, you'll see the crevice later, but that's like our home base. No, pretty standard stuff, I would say, for a Souls-like. But as I was saying a while ago, you have different skills and playstyles with the one is with the Phantoms, so a while ago, and then also showcase this. This is the skill tree. You have one for dual blades, for the dual yield they call it, but it's a dual blades. You have, it's like a sword and an axe. You have great sword specific skills. You have spear, so there are 3 weapons, and they have very different playstyles. And even within each weapon, you have a different playstyle, which I'll show in a while. But you have this common like universal skills that you can use depending on, it doesn't matter which weapon you use. But so going back here, I finished the game. That's why I have a lot of these unlocked already. If you do New Game Plus, you can unlock even more. And even in your own weapon here, like here for example in the Great Sword skill tree, this specific set of skills allows me to basically just charge my attacks. My main damage is, as you saw a while ago, I charge most of my attacks. Like this is like a charge light to a charged heavy, and then which will flow into, I'll show you like a standard charge light, charge heavy to another charged heavy. So those are just charged attacks. So I like doing a lot of damage by charging up my weapons. But you can have a skill tree here where you can focus on swift attack. So you can do a lot of fast moves. You can focus on just being able to tank as much as you can. Like dashing around. Even with, you know, with a great sword, you can have like really pretty fast gameplay. So you have different skills. Like with those increase your passive skills, but you also have active skills. Like this. That's like a skill that parries. I have this that allows me to take more hits and not die as fast if I get hit. And yeah, so basically my playstyle is geared towards charging and doing as much damage as I can in a short combo. And you'll have different styles for different weapons, and each weapon has like a different set of skills. You have different playstyles per weapon. Hopefully, if I remember at the start of the video in the intro, I'll try to sneak in like a very fast playstyle for maybe the spear or the dual blade. Yeah, see how satisfying that is? I don't know if you can see that, but it felt really satisfying. And you'll notice I'm parrying a lot because just like Sekiro, which a lot of people do compare this game to, this game is very parry focused. That's the main way you do fights here. Usually, but like if you're in the later part of the game, once you've unlocked more skills, if you actually use the other weapons, they are more they are a lot faster. Like you don't have to parry a lot. So it's still gonna be different per weapon, but I think generally though, parry is definitely the go-to defensive mechanic of this game. That thing that you saw, actually really good timing, is a specific parry that you can only do when they have that like red character appear. Like that's a different, what do you call that? Like different type of parry, different type of deflect. I don't remember exactly what that's called. Also, I'll show you something later when we find another opponent. I'll try to remember. But because right, I do have a lot of charging based attacks. I have a skill that enhances that. This one. Because when I use that skill, you can see like I have an aura that like my aura explodes as I'm charging, and that staggers the enemy, allows me to have time to charge my skill without getting hit, because I can stagger the enemy while I'm charging my skills. So things like that, I think, you know, I think it's really nice that you can lean into a very specific playstyle, and it's gonna be very different for a different playstyle for the Greatsword if someone likes a different way of playing the Greatsword. I also have this, by the way, a spear that you can use. This is to help you with ranged, like those that that monkey was just waiting for me, because you have flying enemies as well, where you're gonna have to use that skill. Sneak up on this guy and kill him. I'm gonna do a lot of damage because I already played the game, and then here in New Game Plus, I am playing in Expert, as you'll see here. Here, my difficulty is Expert, which, if I remember correctly, is I think the normal difficulty before they patched it. Because there were people who were complaining about the difficulty of the game, and the way they solved that was, if I remember correctly, was they made the normal difficulty the expert difficulty. Go here. Expert difficulty was normal before, and then normal before was beginner, and then beginner I think is a lot easier. So I think generally people were complaining how hard this game is. It will feel like it's easy. That's because I'm just too good, I guess. No, just kidding. It's probably because this is New Game Plus, and I've unlocked a lot of skills. I'm pretty high level, and I've gotten used to the game. I know how the game works already. I know how to handle the different enemies. But also having a lot of the different skills is helping that. But yeah, this game, when I played it for the first time, it really was a difficult game. So it might look easy now, but I believe, trust me when I say, when you play this game, it's gonna be hard, but hella rewarding. You might be confused why I'm like going one place and going to a different places, because I really want to show you level design of this game. I like exploring and seeing, finding the secret stuff, items, or collectibles like that one, which I've already unlocked before, so that's already broken. But yeah, there are gonna be instances where you're gonna be at a crossroad. You don't know if you're gonna go left or right. And generally, I don't know what type of gamer you are, but I like linear games because I like going off track to see what I can unlock. Maybe there's like a nice weapon there or item that I would like to have. And that's the reason why, as much as I do like that, open world games are pretty tiring for me. If I'm doing a lot of exploring, because I get overwhelmed. I didn't say this a while ago, but parrying is a big indication of how parrying is definitely the way to go here. Is because when you parry, you lower the enemy's stamina takes a hit. And you saw a while ago there were lots of instances where the enemies were staggered. You can stagger them with just hitting them until they're staggered, reducing their posture bar or stamina, not posture bar in this game, stamina, so that they're staggered. And you can also reduce their stamina by parrying. If you parry, it reduces your stamina. Actually, I'm not 100% sure if it's parrying itself or if I have like a skill that does that. But I think parrying does do that. And it reduces the amount of stamina that you use when you get hit. Because if you're just blocking, this is a very stamina based game. If you're just blocking, you lose stamina pretty fast.
Will be blessed by the gods and receive the power they seek.
You lose stamina pretty fast if you're just blocking. So you really want to parry so that 1, you take reduced damage, and 2, you take reduced stamina damage. So that really shows how, like, the direction of this game, like how is it started to play. All right. Okay, so this forces us to use the spear. And I think the spear, I don't have the other skills unlocked. But I think generally it really is a different playstyle. I'll try to include it in the intro of the video. See if we can showcase other people's playstyles with this game. But as you can see, this is heavy. That leads into another heavy that you don't have with the greatsword. So this is definitely a much faster playstyle, because you can go from heavy into heavy. So that's like heavy 1, 2, 3. It's really a different type of playstyle. Oh, I thought I was done. Oh well. Go do it. Go attack. Yeah. Oh, I think, yeah, it flows from heavy to light pretty smoothly. Ouch. Come on, dude. Do it. Yeah. Light, light, light. Into finisher. So when they have a circle, I'm not sure talk about that. When they have a circle, you just press B on the Xbox or circle on your what do you call this? On your PlayStation controller to do a staggered attack. Pathetic. So, this is a really different playstyle. Yeah. I think it gave me a basic weapon. Yeah. You have different weapons that have different abilities. I mean not different bonuses, I mean. So as you can see here with this weapon, you'll see at the you'll see you have fixed attributes, you have random attributes. Like this is from a specific gear set called the Temple Knight. Yep. And you have fixed attributes that all of the spears of Temple Knights have, and then random attributes, so you can look for one that has the specific attributes that you like. For example, with a spear, probably stamina's good. Swift attack is probably good. I think I don't know. I don't play the spear, but I'm assuming you're doing a lot of light attacks or swift attacks is actually what that's called in this game. And then you have set attributes. So this Temple Knight, if you have two Temple Knight, what do you call this? Temple Knight items equipped, you learn a new skill. So some skills you unlock with specific skill sets, with specific equipment sets, item sets. And if you have three Temple Knight items equipped, the Ghost Strike ability, which is a specific skill, I'm assuming under the spear skill set, is gonna have increased damage. So you have those, which is again like what makes this game so nice is the fact that you don't also just rely on your skills. The items, the equipments, they really give you a varied playstyle, because some skills you only unlock by equipping specific items, which is I think is a nice addition to the gameplay style, the combat of the game. Like just having a variety of playstyles. Like this is just, it's really nice to have. So I've been talking a lot about skills. No, not skills, parrying. I mentioned it a while ago. Also, I mentioned this skill that does a parry. And how like that is a specific direction that the game wants you to go. But there's also something that's interesting about this game is you have a different type of parry, the deflect, which if you've played games like Elden Ring, you have weapons like I think the shield has like a deflect skill. This game, which doesn't matter what weapon you're using, the greatsword, the spear, the dual wield, you have this when you're blocking and press triangle or Y, you do that move, and if you time it properly with your enemy's attack, they get staggered. It's very unique. It's a very specific timing. You have to wait for that the swipe up if you're using the greatsword. I actually want to see what that looks like if I'm using the spear. So there's a specific part of this animation depending on what weapon you're using, where you want the timing of you want the weapon to clash with your enemy's weapon. Is I think a good explanation for it. So when they clash, it staggers the enemy. You do lots of stamina damage, and you have a very big opening. I'll try to do it here. Oh, so nice. It's very satisfying because it has a very satisfying sound. This is with what you heard. So that is also really nice. There are different enemies really where the deflect gives you a big bonus to, like a big advantage to defeating specific enemies. Like some enemies, you really, it's so hard to time your deflect. That's because that's called deflect. And you can just rely on parrying. But there are some enemies where you can really abuse the deflect. That's so nice. A lot of people complain, like if you're playing it for the first time, you'll think that it makes the game so easy because you can just parry or you can deflect almost every attack. But it has a very unique timing. It's very weird. A lot of people in the subreddit complains about it, especially if you're new to the game, which I understand. I'm not saying they're invalid for complaining about it because it really is. It does feel weird. I've gotten used to it. I know the time already. But if you're playing this for the first time, that's gonna be something that you really want to get used to. Because there are enemies where that really, it really helps a lot with how we're fighting. I'm not gonna level up Khazan because I wanna have some sort of difficulty when playing with playing this game in front of you guys, so it doesn't look too easy. Because I want you to at least have some sort of feeling of how the game can be difficult, but I don't know if I actually will be able to show that or if this part is actually going to be just really easy because of all the skills I already have equipped. And I am kind of lost. Oh, I didn't even notice that. I'm sorry, but it kind of lagged there. That is a nice thing to accidentally come across. So that's an what do you call that? A collectible. You can have. I got all the jarlings here. That's the only jarling I didn't have. So there are like these jars. Some of them you have to, if you break, they will have a jarling hidden inside of them, which is a collectible. And you will, if you want to unlock that, that's something that you can do. I also didn't talk too much about how you can see if I block something. After blocking, pressing actually that's not a good showcase. Can I parry you actually? Please. I don't like this because I don't know the timing of your attacks. But maybe here. See that? This is a different moveset. The 2 slashes into a charged stab. I only get that if I parry someone, which is also, something that I unlocked in the skill tree. It's another charged. Those are charged moves, so it plays into the style that I have. You can also cancel your moves, as you can see what I did. I think also that's pretty nice. You can cancel your moves. Not all of them, but some of them you can. Or I think you can generally cancel anything into. They call that a brutal attack when there's like a circle around the enemy, and then you press circle or B, and you do like what do you call that? An execution. You can cancel your attacks into that. So, that's that. I'm just exploring as well so that you have an idea. Just a better idea of what the game looks like. There are a bunch of these hidden items. Some of them are nice because they give you good weapons. Or see, a luminous golden cube. Actually, this is nice. I didn't even know this. I think this is new to New Game Plus. Where is that? Does it show up here? Oh, here. Yeah, this is first time I've gotten this. I don't know if this is a New Game Plus thing or this is a new equipment that they added in a patch. Because I haven't played this game in a while. But yeah. Crystal Farming Cube upgrades gear from unique to epic. Oh, right, yeah. Because all of my weapons are unique. I think epic is this. Yeah, if it's like orange. If it's like, what's this? Violet? It's unique. Skill 3. Do we want to unlock more skills? I don't even know what I want to unlock. I think this is going to make me change my playstyle a little bit, because I don't think any of these necessarily helps with my charging playstyle. Maybe go to common. Increase amount of spirit gained upon performing a brink. A brink guard is a perfect block. And then a brink dodge is a perfect dodge. The more you know. Shorten time the activation. Shorten the activation time of reflection. Oh. So yeah. That's why my reflect is so easy. Because it's a lot quicker. So that's called a reflect, not a deflect. But yeah. You have that. It makes your reflex easier. Oh, I didn't talk about this a while ago. But I do want to focus. I want to show you because this is really cool. I love this part of the skill tree. The fact that you can do that. I can just change my skill tree on the fly. I don't have to use a resource to do that. I can just, let's say I want to play dual wield. Like I want to just try a new weapon. I don't have to use a specific item that I have to go and buy or probably look for. I can just change it on the go if I really want to. And you can, there's a button here to reset all of the skills, but I don't want to reset my skills because I have to fix all of this again. But there's a left stick button press you see at the bottom here. Reset all. And you can just remove all of your skill points and then move it to somewhere else. I actually don't remember this, but apparently there's a skill preset. Oh no. I pressed the combo guide. Okay. Skill preset. Oh, that's really cool. So if I register this and then obviously favorite it because this is what I want to do, I can go ahead and remove all of my skills, play the spear, and just what? I don't even remember this being part of the game before. Maybe this was something that I just never looked at, but apparently there's a skill preset. Oh yeah. Oh, that's I think that's cool. Moonlight stance. Second enemy with moonlight. Wait, what's moonlight? Third attack of squill becomes slashing, and then that means second enemy with moonlight activates moonlight stance. So it's the third attack is called moonlight now. Charge while moonlight Oh, charging takes less time. They strike a wide area. That's cool. Be against an excited enemy while in moonlight. Increases damage of brutal attacks. Whoa. I guess I can... You know what? For the fun of it, for this video, let's go spear. Yeah, so that's Moonlight Stance. So if I do this, I think so. Moonlight Stance was what, like swift, swift into swift. But if I do heavy into swift, oh, we don't go into Moonlight Stance by doing that. You know we don't, because we don't have the icon at the bottom for our health. If I can kill this guy. If I do swift, swift, swift. Oh no, I have to hit an enemy, I think, with it. Okay. Let's do heavy, swift, swift. Yeah, I think that's unlocks the Moonlight Stance. I hope. Heavy, swift. Swift, yeah, we're in Moonlight Stance. And we do a lot, we do more execution damage. That's okay. I like that. So we just fast forward all of the fixing of the skills, so you don't have to worry about that. But basically, we found a good, what do you call this? A good playstyle that I wanna try. The place I want to try. Oh! Is he dead? He is dead. Interesting. Okay, so I guess we'll just play this the rest of the game. Oh, nice. Let's play the rest of the game with a spear, maybe. If I don't get too annoyed. If I don't die too much. Oh my god. Sure. Okay, I totally forgot about that. Good to know though. Okay, yeah, let's just use the spear, I guess. Yeah, 'cause this is gonna be fun for you and me. So we are gonna be experiencing something new. And we have a shortcut back to the bonfire. I did say we're gonna use the spear for the rest of this video, but we're gonna have to use the dual wield here for now, because at this part of the stage at this part of the level we are gonna have to. Okay, chill out.
You have nothing left to fight for.
I don't even know how to use this dual weapon.
Against the Emperor. Be honest. You wish you were here.
You know what? Let's show the phantom form. We have this, which actually you'll unlock later. But I'll show you now, I guess. Yeah, but that's like a different playstyle you can actually have. Just focus on the phantom form. you can do that. Definitely, because I know there are other people who like making use of the phantom form. Personally, I don't. I'm good with just never using it.
I will avenge you.
But you know what? For this one, I just wanted to show you what that's gonna look like. Let's go back to the spear. This also makes it so that you guys can see me possibly have a harder time with the boss later and not make it look too easy. You know, so it's a bit of a challenge. You are maybe gonna have a feel, maybe you're gonna see that it's not as easy as it may look right now, just because I've unlocked so many things already. I have all these skill points and like this good stats, these good items, equipments, weapons. So maybe that will make the boss fight a little bit more interesting. And this the boss fight we are gonna finish this video with. We're gonna let the cutscene play, because I think this is you know, a nice part of the game as well.
There is no way out. This we declare. Your body and soul, they belong to us.
All right, let's go. I'm sorry, by the way. I just realized you guys might want to see the what do you call this? A dual wield, but I'm sorry. I have very little experience. Okay, I don't know if I could have reflected that. I try though. I think I'll try to reflect so I can show you guys what that's gonna look like. If I can. If I remember how this guy fights. But I'm pretty happy with just firing at, like doing perfect blocks. I think that's pretty cool though, being able to do things like that. Like doing perfect dodges. It's like you know, people compare this to Sekiro. Like being able to, it's like a dance. It's like a dance, like with their parries and stuff. Oh, I really want to reflect something. You reflected there. I'm satisfied with that. Okay. God, see.
Of the Empire, but not now. For endangering all of Pelmos, you are sentenced to death.
Where are you?
Submit to us. Why fight the inevitable?
Nope. I thought I could reflect. Oh, baby. I think I've unlocked a little bit of a combo there. Oh, why did I do that actually? I don't think I want to do that. I don't really like the phantom form too much. Not too much. That's just me. Oh no, that was a grab. You know something's a grab. You can hear a specific sound bite. Oh, his stamina's back. So yeah, we don't want them to we don't want to give them too much space, because they're gonna have enough time to get all of their stamina back. So it's, I think aggressiveness, a good balance of aggressiveness and defensiveness is important here. Boom! Oh, didn't take advantage of the reflect. Oh! Some sort of combo at least. What about this? Oh, maybe I want to parry something. Or die. Do I die here? Nope, first try. It's definitely not that easy the first time you play this. I already have a good understanding of his moveset. So it doesn't do justice. This video doesn't do justice on the difficulty of the game.
Masters, you need my body, but I need your strength. We don't need to be enemies. I swear on my honor, my blood. We can work together. Cooperate. You help me, I help you.
Bargain, is it? Very well. If this is what is required, we concur.
Enough!
We have but one goal: to restore order to the Netherworld.
Then help me. And I will help you do this.
Our alliance is formed. How long it lasts is up to you.
The ghost? Did you purge yourself of it? No. You have chosen a different way. A different and more dangerous way.
As long as I get my revenge. And that is all that matters.
Your fate, it has changed now. The ghost will be your guide on this new path you have found.
The old woman is right. We will lead you this way.
May the blessings of the three go with you.
Alright, so we're gonna actually end it after just a few things I want to show you before anything else. So now, I think that's like that's not really a major spoiler. I think it's still the beginning of the game. It just sets the story. So I don't think any of this is really any major spoilers for the start of the game if you're playing it, if you plan on playing it yourself.
The order of the Netherworld. It's being disrupted by the mortal world.
You know what, I can just skip this. You can enjoy that if you want in the game when you play it.
We need to go to the spectral Netherworld. We must.
That's fine. There are side missions here as well. If you want to do side missions. So this is basically the hub. And then you can go to different areas here. So when you play more of the game, you basically go back to this hub. You go to different areas, different missions, different levels, and you can actually go back if you feel like you missed something. Go back and check. And here, there's actually another. So this is a side mission that we will unlock if we talk to this dude over here. But yeah. We'll unlock more stuff here. The more you play, there will be other people here who can make weapons, who can make equipment, you can craft later on. And actually, there is, what do you call that? Transmog, if I remember correctly, in other RPG games, where you can have different weapons or equipments equipped, but they can look different style. So this is not what Khazan actually looks like. I dripped him up with this. And I feel like if I do change this, yeah, the headpiece doesn't change because I have that fixed already. I have that fixed. I can't change it here because I haven't unlocked the dude that lets me do that. Not in this new game. Plus, so I can't actually do that. But yeah, there is fashion is a thing here. If you wanna drip out Khazan, you also have the option to turn Khazan into Miss Khazan. I don't know where you do that actually. It might be in the dude that I haven't unlocked yet. But they did add that where you can turn Khazan into a girl. And I think a lot of people do play that version of Khazan.
Are you in need of a...
Here as well, I want to show this. I think like a good showcase, or at least a good hint as to how much they actually care about combat is the fact that you have training grounds. You have a training room in this game where you can just mess around. With a dummy, you can also have like the other opponents here. Practice other opponents. You can't practice with bosses though. These bosses, they're locked. You can't do that. But with almost other weapons or other enemies, you have that option. So you can go ahead and let's say have the renowned warrior's shadow training, just practice with this guy. You can do so. Maybe time, like, train your deflect timing, things like that. Very nice. And I'm dead there. So you can do that. So I think that's really nice. Like to have a training room. It actually shows how much they care about combat because they're really trying to show that this is something. Okay, I have a weird bug here. No title screen. It's exit the training grounds. But it shows that, it's something that they really want to focus on. How good the combat is. And I guess this is something that I did want to mention, but I forgot to say a while ago. But, stamina. I mentioned this a while ago, but, I think I just want to highlight the importance of stamina being the main like gameplay design of the game. Like what it wants you to focus on is the fact that there are people who don't like stamina system of the game. I think for me, this is what makes it nice, because every movement, every attack, every dodge, every parry, it's intended. You actually have to mean what you do, because if you just keep on dodging, I mean, I have a big stamina bar right now because I already finished the game. But if you're just playing the game normally, if you're dodging, you can't just keep on dodging, because it does take a big hit to your stamina bar. I have so many skills already that allows me to do a bunch of dodges, and it's gonna be different if I equip the great sword. I'm pretty sure that it's not gonna be like that. I think we go. I want to register this as preset 2 and then load preset A. Preset 1. Go back to the great sword. This one. Skill tree. Just load this one up. Then if I do this, actually no, I still have a the dodges. So it takes very little stamina. But you know, I've gotten to a part of the game where I have so many skills already. I've leveled up a lot. But if you just play the game normally, you can't just keep dodging. You also just can't keep blocking because you lose so much stamina just by blocking, like a lot. Like this game really wants you to parry because you take very little to no damage to your stamina. Like everything in this game, every movement that you do, every move that you make, it has to be intended, which I think is nice. I think that makes this so satisfying because you can't just onga bonga your way out of a fight, which is not necessarily untrue when you get to the latter part of the stage, especially if you're using a specific playstyle or skill set. There are playstyles, especially with a spear, where you are able to just do a one full combo, stagger your enemy as all the way until they die. I don't really like that playstyle because I do like the enemy interactions where you have to learn their parry timings, their reflect timings, all that stuff. So that's something I did forget to mention a while ago. And one last thing, I think this game is pretty cool. You have a boss rush mode. I think that's really nice. It's really fun. It adds to the difficulty. It also gives you a reason to keep playing the game and keep getting better because the boss rush is very difficult. But that is everything with Khazan, at least right now, with what I want to share with this video. If you stayed until the end, I really appreciate it. I do hope you do check out this game. Maybe you enjoyed the video, or because you watched this video, you started checking out other videos and actually realized that this is a game that you want to try. I do really recommend it because I think this game deserves so much more attention. I'm really sad that this game didn't get nominated for any award. I don't need it to win an award. I think it would have been nice if it was nominated or at least recognized. But you know, this is probably the game with the most satisfying, most fun combat experience I've ever had in any fighting game. In any action game. Not necessarily just Soulslike, but I haven't played I haven't played all of Soulslike. You might judge me, but I know how much I love this game and the parrying, but I still have yet to try out Sekiro, which I will. Promise you, I will get to that. But I think just overall, this is just a fun combat experience. People have different opinions with level design, with just the overall aesthetic of the game. Some people don't like it, but personally for me, I like it. The most important one is the fact that this game is really fun to play, especially with the combat. It's satisfying. It's so nice. So it's challenging, but so freaking rewarding. It's not just purely frustrating. You do have some bosses though, where you are gonna be very frustrated. But no, I really like this game. I think you should try it out too. So that's it for this showcase of the First Berserker Khazan. If you liked the video, I would really appreciate if you left a like, subscribe. Check out my other videos. I have other videos where I go over other games like this that are combat based, not necessarily Souls-like, but games with different classes or different weapon styles, where the combat is just, you know, something that I think would be fun to enjoy in those games. But yeah, I want to continue doing this with other games. I like exploring the combat in other games as well. So I think the next one might be either Neo 3 or Code Vein 2, because that's gonna be releasing soon. If you're watching this video, maybe it's already been released. But those are the two games I'm looking forward to. Also, No Rest for the Wicked, which right now is currently free weekend, but it's probably not gonna be the free weekend anymore when you watch this video or when I get this out, because I don't know when I'm actually gonna be able to finish this game. But those games, I think I'm really excited to try out: Code Vein 2, Neo 3, and No Rest for the Wicked. So let me know what you guys want to see next, or maybe Sekiro. But so many games, so little time. Yeah, that's it. Alright, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Bye-bye.